Welcome back to the film guy Zack Snyder, his number one fan. Now, today we're going over Sasha Calle's Supergirl. Because let's be honest, she is missed. Let's be honest, Sasha Calle Supergirl is missed. So I just came over this article. It says, Flash's Sasha Calle says it was heartbreaking to be replaced as Supergirl after signing multi-film deal. It's crazy. It says, Sasha Calle made her debut as Supergirl in last year's The Flash, but what should have been a joyous introduction to a major franchise was soared by a number of factors, including co-star Ezra Miller's legal troubles, the movie's underperformance at the box office, and the fact that the DCEU was on its last legs. Let me stop right there. Yeah, even the Flash, it may have been a flop, but it was a decent film. I love Flash. You know what I'm saying? I thought they were gonna do a lot more with Zod and fucking Feora, but and the main villain I thought was weak and could have did a lot more. But overall, as far as Barry, as far as Flash up until this point in the DCEU, and from all the legal troubles, whatever else with Ezra Miller, the Flash came out decent, and they cut out. The movie came out 2 hours 23 minutes, and they still cut out some early parts of how Flash made his suit with Batfleck and all that shit. But it still came out decent. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think the best part about Flash is Supergirl, Zod, Feora, Namek, and like I said, the main villain, I thought he was trash. They could have did more with him. But this says, when James Gunn, Peter Safran took over as co-heads of the newly implemented DC Studios, the search began for another actress to play Kara Zor-El in the DCU. House of Dragon star Milly Alcock ultimately taking over as our big screen Girl of Steel. While speaking to THR about her next project, Joe Rip Calle opened up about the situation for the first time, revealing that she did sign a multi-film deal when she intentionally accepted the role. Says, I was so deeply in love with that role. I had a conversation about her future many times when I signed on to that. It was for a multi-picture deal. That's a common thing when you sign onto a franchise. So it was very heartbreaking for me, and it was very confusing. See, that's what I'm talking about. Once again, why did James Gunn reboot just to give us we already had a Supergirl. We already had a Superman. Why reboot at all? But to be thankful, to be honest, James Gunn shouldn't be there, but I'm glad he did a reboot because he wouldn't be able to direct Zack Snyder's casting or even anybody in the DCEU. Anybody in the DCEU cast. Why? Because we know Gunn sucks. But Gunn shouldn't be there. Someone else should be there, and we should have kept the DCEU going and brought back Zack. It's not that hard. Callie says that was a rough experience. So I look forward to working with people in this industry who see my value and who are excited to work with me. I have so much to give. I love my job so much, and I'm so excited to start kicking ass again. I love action movies, whether it's supernatural or not. I'm just so excited to continue doing things, and I know that I will do those things with or without that role. I look back at it as something super beautiful. It's been said that a queer Latina girl like me couldn't be Supergirl, but I was, and no one can take that away from me. That is the most important thing for me. I did something that mattered, and whether you saw yourself represented in me or not, a lot of people really connected with her and loved her, and that's what I'm saying. Sasha Calle is right. We loved and connected with Sasha Calle through one movie, through The Flash. We was excited about Michael Keaton's Batman coming back. Excited for a new Supergirl to expand the Krypton lore in the DC EU, and they just totally wasted. They just totally destroy. And just look at this beautiful suit of Sasha Calle, uh, a complete beautiful Supergirl suit that's in line with Man of Steel, Zack Snyder's. Look at the crest. Look at the same crest that Michael Wilkerson and Zack Snyder put into Superman's shield. I mean, Superman's S, the Kryptonian. It's the same thing that's on. It's the same thing that's on Sasha Calle Supergirl's S as well. Thank you, Andy Machete. That's what you call respect. Bring it back, Saha, Fayor, Namek. Even though I thought they were going to do a lot more, they should have did a lot more. But that's what you call respect. A director coming into someone else's universe and paying respect, man. That's what it's about. James Gunn, trash, shitty. Like, what is he doing with Supergirl? He's doing Woman of Tomorrow adaptation. And then the leaks. Remember the leak, or not the leaks, but the reports of whatever of Supergirl having a underwhelming, mediocre villain. I just don't get that. How can half the movie be an adaptation, meaning you pull it from the comics for mostly your source material, and then the other half you still have a bad villain, meaning what motivation is, you know what I'm saying, what motivation is the villain to make the hero great? On turn, you have a mediocre, underwhelming villain. Then on the other hand, you're pulling from the comics. What work are you putting into the movie Supergirl 2026? That's what we're saying. That's what that's what fans are saying. You know what I'm saying? It's so easy to make trailers look good, look fun, look cool. But how the fuck is the movie gonna turn out? You know what I'm saying? Sasha Calle still needs to be Supergirl. If anything, Sasha Calle should have got her own solo as Supergirl. Yeah, I said it. You know what I'm saying? Sasha Calle should have got her own solo as Supergirl with Henry. You know what I'm saying? I would fucking love to have seen Zod, Fayor, other Kryptonians versus Supergirl, Sasha Calle, and Henry Cavill Superman. Like, we were so close to that. Like, yeah, man, it's just amazing. And, the rest of this article is talking about Sasha Calle. It's talking about Leslie Grace's Batgirl. Like I said, I remember them taking pictures. I remember them taking pictures together back in the day. Us thinking that they were going to see each other, meet each other on screen. Leslie Grace Batgirl and Sasha Calle Supergirl. We were so close to everything we wanted. The rest of this article just goes on to talk about Sasha Calle and Grace and their beautiful friendship that is true, honest, and sincere. Says we were there for each other, and I am really happy that we had each other then. So yeah, man, we know what it is. We need Sasha Calle's Supergirl back. DCEU cast, Snyderverse. Like I said, Milly Alcock sucks as Supergirl. Yes, I can say it. I mean, what do we have? We going off first impressions, right? If we're going off first impressions of the trailer, Milly Alcock sucks as Supergirl. Like, you're adapting a bad adaptation anyway. Woman of Tomorrow, like any Kryptonian, Superman, Supergirl, being able to get drunk, and it may be just me because I'm not a drinker, but any Kryptonian, I don't care. You can say whatever, Red Sun, whatever. Any Kryptonian being able to get drunk is ass backwards and not DC, not. It's just not. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Sasha Calle is the real Supergirl. Restore the Snyderverse. Release the Ayer cut. David Ayer's real Suicide Squad movie. Make Batfleck solo film. Make Henry Cavill Man of Steel 2. Justice League 2 and 3. We ain't stopping, man. Like, comment, subscribe. See you next time.